You have entered my arena, strangers. You will either leave it as victors or as corpses. Now, kill your 100 or die trying.
Finally getting to own a chunk of Azeroth in Warlords of Draenor has brought back my enthusiasm for World of Warcraft in a way no previous expansion has. Its time travel story, complete with some fun what-if alternate realities, brings the strength of the series' best characters to bear. And even though it goes too far in an effort to make all the high-level content accessible to players who haven't mastered this 10-year-old combat system, the core questing experience and metagame have never been better. Warlord's story works so well in part because it gets back to the basics, killing a bunch of orcs. Traveling through time allows Blizzard to revive beloved baddies like Orgrim and Ner'zhul, thus playing in the nostalgia factor for veteran players but giving new players fun new enemies to pit themselves against. That extends to the world of Draenor itself. It may be based on the familiar setting of 2007's Burning Crusade expansion, but completely redesigned zones reflect the world before it was ripped apart. It's beautiful, for one, and the seemingly permanent removal of flying rekindles the adventure of exploring that beauty for every task, from questing to simple resource gathering. It doesn't hurt that Blizzard has populated the land with excellent, updated character models. The overly familiar kill and fetch quests that have always defined WoW's questing experience are still here, but they are complemented with epic cutscenes, rare bosses that drop high-quality loot, and bonus zones that grant massive XP. Blizzard juggles the mix so successfully that it almost came as a surprise when I hit the new level cap of 100 after about 12 hours. Most importantly, this is the world that allows you to carve out your own little part of it. Nothing defines Warlords of Draenor quite like the new garrisons, which allow you to construct your own little cities according to the needs of your playstyle and profession. If you want new mounts, you can train them at your own stables, and if you hate to go out into the world to find resources, you can find small stashes of herbs and ore around your own place. That's one of the dangers of garrisons. Fully upgraded, they almost entirely negate the need to interact with people outside, which seems at odds with the entire concept of a subscription MMORPG. It rarely matters though, because maintaining the garrison itself provides guilty hours of fun akin to the estates in the Assassin's Creed series, even if the rhythm of logging in and harvesting sometimes feels more akin to a Facebook game than an MMO. It even includes followers that you can collect from quests in the outside world whom you can then send off to collect resources, gear, or gold. MMOs like Star Wars The Old Republic introduced similar features years ago, but Warlords marks an improvement by letting them hang around your garrison and provide boosts to your profession-related buildings. And perhaps most importantly, they acknowledge you as their leader, which fits well with Warlord's insistence on marking you as a big-shot commander rather than some nameless, run-of-the-mill adventurer. Beyond all this though, it's important to remember that WoW is still WoW. The combat remains as fluid as ever, but it's often too easy to blow through, and hasn't done much to change up the experience we first had 10 years ago. The dungeons remain fun and generally filled with novel encounters, but there's little reason not to play it safe and take advantage of crowd control abilities. No new PvP battlegrounds are here yet, but there's a massive zone dedicated to player versus combat that manages to entertain through the sheer thrill of the rush to conquer the other faction's bases. If Blizzard plays its cards right, Warlords of Draenor could herald the resurgence of World of Warcraft. The garrisons, while fun, seem to dangerously overemphasize single-player play, but this expansion's quest, personality, and mini activities do a bang-up job of reminding me why I loved World of Warcraft so much in the first place. For more on World of Warcraft, stay tuned, IGN.
Are you dead? Or just pretending, cowards?